consider different types of ways to accomplish 3D imagery. There is a passive 3D mechanism, there's an active 3D mechanism. All right, so passive is, everybody's familiar with those cardboard glasses, okay? Those cardboard glasses are a passive 3D method. And basically, there's a filter on the glasses, and there is also a filter on the front of either the display or the projector, where so you're, I don't want to say encode decode, but that's close to what you're doing. All right.
Would that be like an IMAX type?
That is an IMAX. Okay, so if you go see Avatar,
yeah, I just did last night, so that's what I was wondering.
that is a passive 3D
Okay.
technology. There is an active 3D technology, which is basically there's a shutter speed of about 1,000 frames per second, and that is a true image with no filtration. Okay, so you've got these shutter glasses. These are powered, all right, and you turn them on and off, and so the glasses are actually doing work in concert with the image that you're seeing. I think the glasses are going to be a big opportunity. Okay. If you think about what's possible when you sell a projector into a classroom, and we'll talk a little bit about classroom or even a theater, you need 300 glasses or 150 glasses for one projector, and they're going to get lost, they're going to get broken, they're going to damage. So we went and met with the glasses company. It's called Expand. Okay, and so that is an opportunity. Right now, the market is primarily in the cinema arena, right? And so if you look at cinema, that's where everybody experiences 3D now. Where it's going to move to, schools, certainly house of worship, and the home market. Home market, I think everybody gets a good handle on. But when you look at schools, in any sort of training facility, all of a sudden a 3D image and a how-to thing goes hand in hand. So I don't care if it's a heart and it's medical school and they're going to take you on a tour of the heart, or it's biology class and you're going to dissect a frog, and you're going to be able to rotate it around and see different elements of what you're looking at, to obviously dental school. You can easily apply any sort of applications. Then you got to think where else training is big. Training is also big in the Air Force and military. And so while it's not necessarily school, all of a sudden you've got Department of Defense and the 3D imagery with regards to video games, but the same thing applies to certainly any sort of the military training and military operations and all that type of stuff. So you've got a good opportunity for training, house of worship, home, military. Then the content is the only question. Where is content going to come from, right? So content, if you think about it, right now there's tremendous number of programs as well as PowerPoints and stuff like that done for schools, K through 12. There's lots of content out there. Right. So those same companies are going to go ahead and develop content for 3D, and that's why it's going to be a real easy driver, because you're going to be able to put the projectors out there, and there's going to be lots of content available. So, in looking at what CES was all about, the 3D was certainly the biggest. All right. The next one is power consumption, and power consumption. Granted, you're going to, in a house, it's one flat panel, and it's 50% less with an LED. Backlit LCD versus a regular LCD or plasma. Okay, and so the concept is that there's savings, and believe it or not, there's a return on that investment. So there's a total cost of ownership mathematical equation that can be worked out, and they're estimating that it's roughly a 3-year payback. So you buy a new panel versus keep your current panel, and with the power consumption of being 50% less, actually creates a 3-year payback. So you could easily see, okay, in a house, does 3-year payback mean something? Maybe, maybe not. But when you look at an industrial setting, you look at a commercial setting, the buildings, when you look at a commercial building, like a hotel or anything like that, any of these businesses, usually payroll is their first expense, and then this occupancy costs or heating, electric, those types of infrastructure costs are the second most expensive item that they have to deal with in a commercial building. So as a hotel, it might make a lot of sense, as they go ahead and look for ways to cut their power consumption, under, of course, the flag, the ship of being green all right? And so being able to tout a green strategy, they can go ahead and replace those panels, and in 3 years it pays for itself. Plus you get the added benefit of enhanced technology. So you can certainly see airports, you can certainly make an argument for some commercial facilities that have recently purchased something to even go back to the well and do it all over again. So you know, once again, 3D power consumption or the green push, and then interactivity or you know, web connect, right? So we talked about it before with Netflix, and I think everybody, this is going to be big for your team especially. If you have the ability to put up a panel, and that panel then connects to the internet, okay, through Wi-Fi, okay, lots of different ways to deliver content. All of a sudden, the number of content choices go way up. So you can imagine, okay, Netflix, sure, you can go get some movies, but CBS, ABC, all these different, you know, content houses, if you will, are going to go ahead and start offering the ability to stream video, to you know, be able to pick up different shows, whatnot. And so all of a sudden, with more and more of these panels, you know, attaching to the internet, the number of options go up dramatically of what's possible for what to watch. All right, so now let's back away. Where can we apply this in a commercial setting? Well, in the commercial setting, real easy, right? Digital signage. It becomes a very, very easy way to go ahead and have an IP addressable panel and be able to, you know, name it and drive content to it. And that makes the number of applications and the number of things that are possible that much easier. Because if you think about it, how many places, you know, do you go today, you know, or where do you go today that doesn't have a wireless network? I mean, they're at home, they're in most offices, they're in most public settings, and it just makes it even easier to go ahead and roll out a digital signage platform and package. So at a high level, CES, those are the three things that were discussed, and those were the three things that I think stood out as far as driving opportunities and driving future purchase opportunities to us.